Right, Terrence. Poets.
To dedicate this skating rink to Yvonne Peanut Girourard, a young Marine whose life was taken from us on the 23rd of May, 1969, during the height of the Vietnam War. His death, along with others who were killed in action before him and those who have been killed since, bear witness to the depth of conviction that all veterans are committed to.
For me personally, I'm so proud to have a member of the Girourard family honored in this way. And there really isn't a better place than this skating rink. The place where my dad and his siblings grew up and skated. The place where my siblings and I grew up and skated. It's a huge honor, and I'm so proud to be a member of the Girourard family.
It's been a long time coming. Peanut was a good friend of mine. We lost him very young in his life, and a lot of things go through your mind. Looking back, thinking back, and dealing with the present, and we just do what we can do and cope with what we have to cope with.
Yeah. What do you want when people, mostly kids, go to Rink Park and they stop it for a moment and look at the sign? What would you like them to be thinking?
I know.
I'd like them all to play as hard as Peanut did. Peanut was unbelievable. He taught me a little bit about skating. I'm a logger's son, and born in a logging camp. And when I came to Littleton, was about the same time he came. So we would skate together at Rink Park, and that's where I got to meet Peanut and to get close to Peanut. And he actually, I was 130 pounds and 6'3", and he was 5 foot roughly, but he was a little giant. And he taught me the difference between figure skates and hockey skates, and how to react on each pair of skates, and taught me how to jump a little bit, which I was kind of so tall that it was uncoordinated for me to do a lot of jumping, but he was unbelievable. And went through seeing him in high school and going to the Marine recruiter. And, I just want all the kids in town just to really appreciate what they've done up there at the park and dedicating it to Peanut and really enjoy the place, because that's what he really did. And, hopefully they will.
Celebration of Peanut Girourd's life. He's been recognized three other locations in the town for his contributions and his ultimate sacrifice, but Peanut had a life worth living, and 41 years later we finally got it right and have named the skating rink after him, which is where he had his passion, where his family has passion, where his nieces and nephews, which he never had an opportunity to know, followed their passion. And it was just a great fit. For the first time in 116 years, a portion of Rink Park is being named after an individual who loved the park so much and paid the ultimate price for his community.
And he was a neighbor.
He was a neighbor,
growing up.
Grew up 3 doors up from him. As we talked about before, they spoke French in their household, and you'd go in there and you have no idea sometimes what they were talking about, but they were very warm, gracious people. Their home was always open to all of us, as were all of the homes in the neighborhood, and just a special time in the 60s growing up, and the park was the center.
Basically, we were friends, and we've talked about the Marine Corps. It was one thing we're always going to do, no matter what, you know, and it was... I unfortunately didn't go in at the same time. I was in 2 months later, and I was home for his funeral, and man, I was, infantry is, you know what you're doing. I knew where I was going. I knew what I was going to be in.
There was no illusions that,
not really.
you were heading into
and you
harm's way.
So you're proud, and our parents are proud, and, it's growing up in this fantastic country that we're living in, and I think we're losing a lot of it too, as far as the sacrifices that we really do make, the military makes, and to go and like with Peanut, I think he was in country for about 100 days before he did, not long, and to see it end so quickly. Yes, I hope that people will look at that, go inside the rink inside here and read about Peanut himself and just respect him and remember him.
Forward.